Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, ezcodylee. What's up, bro?
What's good, family?
One,
How
two,
you
three,
doing?
full motherfucking life. How you feeling? How's life? How's living?
Good, good. I'm feeling amazing. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. Let me set the stage for the people that don't know, including you. I now people do know this. I am a lifelong devotee of the website Pitchfork Media. I check it every single day. One day I check it. I see a name, Easy Codely. I think, okay, cool. I like that. Click, read. I get 2 paragraphs into this review. I think to myself, this sounds like a guy that likes new metal. So without listening to any of your music at all, I shoot you a DM on Instagram and I say, Easy Codely, do you like new metal? Now, I've been telling people that what you said to me was, of course. That's not what you said, though. I want you to say what you said.
What did I say? Did I say, of course, my nigga?
More or less, yeah, that's basically what you said. And I was like, all right, now we rocking. Now we rocking. So I did, though. I did check out the album. It is even more new metal than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I have been waiting for someone to do this for years, for someone to take that rage rap sound and just say, we're fucking punk, we're fucking new metal, and really go all in. And you have arrived, my friend. You have arrived. So I just wanted to get a little bit of that story of how you came to find. How did you find this sound?
Um, so essentially, like I've always been a big fan of like rap rock blends. Um, like even since like Lil Wayne, when I was a kid and younger, I never really disliked Rebirth. Um, But even like now, like in the newer era, when like X came along, you got like the likes of like Cardi and Lone and what that whole scene does. But then even like Scar Lord and like Zilkami in that era of like rap, rock, like blending and stuff, it like always been like a big inspiration on me. But I wanted to do it in a way that like felt truer to self. So like I experimented with it here and there, like up until last year, but it was like really in like 2024 where I like took the full deep dive and like cultured myself like in like specifically the punk rock world enough to like incorporate it into the
Yeah,
music.
you are a
But
huge Ramones fan. Am I right?
no. I'm a huge Turnstile fan.
Okay,
Uh
but
I fuck,
you fuck with the Ramones.
I do fuck with the Ramones. I fuck with their like I respect like historically how much they have to do with like why punk is what it is and where it is today. Um, but the Hey Ho song um was essentially my version of trying to make the most on the nose like rap punk blend song so then people would catch on and then I can build upon that.
You wanted to force the issue. You wanted to make it explicit.
Exactly.
Mm.
I wanted it to be like this the second you hear that chorus, you know what I'm all about. You know what I'm trying to like come across as.
So we talk about "Rebirth" by Lil Wayne. Now you know the song "Prom Queen," right?
Yeah.
Did you know that his band in the music video is Korn?
No.
Korn or the band? Yep, check it out. It's
I
Korn.
fuck with corn though. I fuck with
Right?
corn though.
Right? So that is, but I can tell that that is where like the firmament of your sound comes from is punk rock. But do you have like when it comes to your more metal influences, who are some of those bands?
Tool was a band I used to listen to a lot, Slipknot. Um I mentioned like Scarlord a little bit. His way of incorporating metal was very influenced on like the way I went about incorporating it. Um I talked to you earlier about like it's not super metal, but like Rage Against the
I
Machine.
think that's super
Um
metal. Super metal. Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine, Living Color. Um I think about some other like metal bands, I guess like System of the Down and such. Like were big inspirations on my sound and just at least like bands that if they weren't like directly influencing the music I was making. I was listening to them.
I
You know what
mean,
I mean?
when you talk about Rage Against the Machine and Living Color, like those bands were super influential on the first wave of new metal. So it makes sense that you'd be into those bands, and then also like the Clash and the Ramones and Lil
Yeah.
Wayne, and then end up with a sound that does new metal.
Yeah, exactly. I like new metal essentially is the first like rock rap genre that kind of like officiated itself, especially in the mainstream. So like I take big inspiration from like their energy, like even down to like as much as I don't listen to like a Limp Bizkit or Linkin Park, like the way they format the music is very important, like to my knowledge, in order to like pay tribute and like homage like correctly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally. Like it's a way to do like controlled chaos. Like the sound, of course,
Exactly.
it's really loud, it's in your face, it wants you to get the fuck up, but it's controlled, it's contained. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like you can lose your mind to it at a show, but you can also jam that shit in your office and feel like
exactly.
today, I woke up today, took 20 milligrams of Adderall, put your album on, and got everything done. Everything that I have to get done is now done because of your music and legal amphetamine. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Of course, of course. I appreciate that. That's like my music is kind of about like trying to do everything you possibly can before life is over. Anyway,
Love
so
that. Speaking of love, one thing that I find really compelling about your record, and the name of your record is
stuff for life.
Stone for Life. You have so much love in you. There's a lot more love on that album than there is necessarily rage. Like you love your fans. You say if you're a fan of Cody, your family, and there's like a lot more love in you. Do you consider yourself like a romantic person?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I like I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend since I was 18 and I'm now 22. So that's like a little bit of insight on just how I like to like invest myself into certain relationships and dynamics, regardless of if it's a friend, a lover, um, a fan, whatever the case. I really like growing to know people like in some type of sentiment because we're kind of all doing that with ourselves, you know?
Yeah, so
So
it's like when Future is talking about like he ain't loving these hoes, he ain't trusting these hoes. You're like, no, no, no. I love and I trust these hoes.
I mean, yeah, essentially, I guess you could put it like that. I'm like, I'm like, I'm very big on the concept of like our energy will like stay here. So I would like to believe that the more positive energy that I exude will be the more that it just exists within the universe. You know what I mean? And the more negativity that I exude will kill the positive. So essentially, like my job and my role, especially like in this space where it's not a lot of it in like trap music and rage music, I try to be like the voice of reason who's like bringing, more of a sense of like
Community.
positivity because like, living life like to its fullest extent and living life on the edge doesn't inherently have to be like something demeaning, you know what I
Right.
mean? Or something like something
Destructive.
like exactly destructive.
It's more about like breaking down the barriers that keep us separate from one another. Because what is a mosh pit if not like a big hug?
Exactly. That's the way how I've always seen it. Like my song Don't Be Scared, like the reason why it flips into that second half is because like when I'm saying like don't be a bitch, get in the mosh pit, it's not because I'm saying that like I'm not trying to be rude to you or call you, you know what I mean, like out of your name to demean you. It's because I'm telling you like don't miss this moment. Like come and like share this moment and like feel the love. Like there's nothing to be
Like
scared of. We're not hurting each other.
I've fallen down in a mosh pit. When someone or some people grab you and pick you back up, that is a holy moment.
One of the greatest feelings
You have
ever.
never felt closer to strangers than when someone picks you up and brings you back like that.
I've been to like 5 shows this week. I've been to like two of the Lucy Bedrock shows, um, the Box Fest event, and then like two lower key like events in LA, both at the Smell, that were like more so hardcore performances. I don't even remember the names on the bill, but like every single time, I make sure because bro, I don't like. I was talking about how I was just in the hospital, like for breathing and stuff like that. Like I'm not even the best when it comes to like I guess like stamina for lack of
Cardiovascular
better
endurance.
words. But like it's about that moment. Like what did I get up and come to this show for if I'm not experiencing this moment like in its most like sweatiest, hottest, extreme like extent. You know what I mean?
And it's like with your commitment to put to getting to giving out positivity, you know, you as a live performer, you already know the crowd is going to send that energy back. And when the crowd sends that
Exactly.
energy back, you're like Superman. You're like, I could do it. I can keep going, climbing on the roof and shit, doing backflips.
Exactly.
Totally, I really
Exactly.
respect that. Some other things though that I really respect about you is that you are a proud leftist.
Yeah.
That's
Heavy.
that's really something. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to just say that shit, to say that shit outright. How did you come about your beliefs, your morals?
I grew up in South Central LA and I'm essentially a product of like government funding, public school, um, capitalism, just kind of all the like craziest shit you can imagine in LA. I went to Hollywood High School, so I experienced like the more so industry entertainment side of it, but I like grew up in South Central LA. So when I was going home, it was like the more so like inner city, like black dominated like side of it. So to me, it's very important that like I be a voice of what I came from and like be a voice of like the kids who all they ever wanted to do was like have an opportunity. And I feel like America can America can like promote that in such like a skewed way where like if you're not born into the system in a sense of privilege, then obtaining that privilege you have to drop ethics and morals. And I want to like pretty much show kids that like that's not
Right.
the way it works and what they're presenting to you as a fad. You know what I mean?
Right. See, that's where like American society is at right now. It's like you can scam anyone you want, rip off anyone you want. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Just do that. And we need people like you that are going to be ragers, that are going to get up there and like lose their mind, but also say like, "Hey, I hope you got in for free." You know what I mean?
exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm very big on that. Like multiple kids can tell you, like I've vowed to myself for the past year, and I plan to continue to do this for as long as I can. Like the second my show is over, go get some water, go freshen up, clean myself off. Maybe I need to take my shirt off. Maybe I need to put a shirt on. Give myself no more than like 10 to 15 minutes to collect, get a congratulations from my family, you know, do whatever the case I need to do, and then go out there with those fans that spent their hard earned money
Mm-hmm.
and spent their very little time that they have in their day to come and enjoy my music with me and go meet them, go
it's
talk to
a
them,
it is a
go
it's a really
have some
sacred
love.
it's a really sacred thing to have people come to a show because you think to yourself, you're like, you put this on your calendar, you made space for this, you called your Uber, your Lyft, you got on your bus, you drove your car, you parked. It's like you these people gave up a lot to be there.
And you paid Ticketmaster and Live
Fuck
Nation
ass Ticketmaster and shit,
your
right?
fucking whole work shift last
Mm-hmm.
week.
You were also homeless for a bit.
Yeah. Which is another reason why I'm very big on preaching what I do because like my homelessness was a product of my mom. I've lived with my family almost my whole life. And my my mom lost like programming that she was in that essentially like helped like just fund where we were living at, like our housing situation, without being communicated. It was a product of like essentially shit that our administration put in place that
Of
like knocked
course.
down shit from before. Um, and that was a really rough time for me, just knowing that like even the like I mean it's not the littlest thing, but a lot of people will see it as the littlest thing of like even just a change in like who's governing us can like take my livelihood and my stability away in an instant. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
not only for me, but for my whole family, which was crazy because Shut Up and Wipe Your Nose, two of like my currently biggest songs, were recorded during that time that I was homeless. And that's why those songs are like so infused with so much like emphasis on like my aggression and my like what I mean, like my not wanting to hear shit from anyone attitude
Fucking up
was
from the
because
gutter, like live.
exactly
Mm-hmm.
because that's where it was coming from. It was a place of like I was really living the life where I didn't know what tomorrow was gonna look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I spent some time, not even that long ago, like a year maybe ago. I spent some time on food stamps, and it really radicalizes you because you think to yourself, you're like, so the government can do good things. Like, oh, like if you apply for this because you're poor, they'll give you a card that you can get groceries with. And you think to yourself, you're like, well, why can't everyone just have this card?
Yeah.
Right?
It's because we spend most of our money on military funding.
Fucking military. Still, is it still free Palestine?
Of course.
Absolutely.
It's free Palestine. Just to address it, I'm glad you brought this up because like I'm very informed. I say free Palestine, free Gaza, so then people can search it up. Obviously, Gaza is where they're misplacing all the Palestinians that they're moving out through. You know what I mean? Like we could talk
No,
about it for
speak on
days,
it. Speak on it. Speak on it. Speak on it.
yeah, it's shit that I say and shit that I put out there is because like I want it to be topic of conversation. There's kids that searched up what promethazine is because Future rapped about it.
Bro,
So you know what I
I think
mean?
about that a lot. About Juice World saying to Future, like, I started sipping lean because of your music. That's like, how do you even live with
And
that
look at his
knowledge?
demise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're thinking,
Essentially,
so
my goal
you're
is
thinking
that
like
I want
people,
kids.
yeah, you're thinking if
People
I'm
get
going to
away.
reference stuff in my lyrics, I want it to be significant. I want it to be important.
Exactly. Even if it comes off super grass is green, I want people to still even be thinking about it because like my words like matter. Like especially as a lyricist myself, if someone hears what I'm saying and they know what I'm talking about, they know what my stance is. If someone hears what I'm saying and they don't know what I'm talking about, they're going to be intrigued to go, like go see what it is. So that's why I've been really working on, especially for my next album, because I think I did pretty well with my last one, but for my next one, I really do plan to like expand on keeping my topics of like my lyrics like as rooted in what I want to be talking about in general.
Pro-social.
Because
I think you're looking for the word pro-social.
exactly,
We need to take this idea
the same
further.
conversations that I have with people should be the same songs that I'm making, essentially. You know what I
We
mean?
need to take this idea further. You need to be doing songs about like how to apply for community college and FAFSA and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I really
And
think
essentially, I'm trying to find, my goal is to find a balance where, like, the kids can still get the fun, ignorant vibe that they're looking for while getting educated and getting preached a positive message.
incredible. It's
Because they'll
incredible.
listen as long as the shit knocks.
As long as this shit knocks, they will listen. You hear me? Everyone heard that. Everyone heard him say that. So going back to the music though, a couple years ago, this Playboy Cardi song called "Pop Out." It like leaked as a snippet. And the snippet, I was obsessed with this snippet because I think
Yeah.
someone else had like put more guitars on it and shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, is it fucking happening? Is someone finally making new metal rage rap? And then the song itself comes out and it's like, this is still a banger, but it wasn't that. And then with your
Yeah.
music, I thought to myself, I was like, this sounds like someone listened to that Pop Out snippet and said, okay, I'm going to do a whole album of what this should be.
Yeah, and I somewhat essentially did. Like Cardi's whole lot of red tour and what he did with OG Volta is a huge inspiration on the music I make. In a sense of like I've always wanted to make rap rock, but in a full. This is like the first time I'm saying this shit. Like trap metal production was never my vibe. Like
Mm-hmm.
I loved listening to it, but like I that's not like a style of music that I wanted to make. So when this like theory or concept of like this rock rage like came about with like the way Cardi performed his music, not the way that he released it, but the way it was like
Right.
actually
Like when he
presented.
has the live show and he's got guitarists with him, you're like, why the
Exactly.
fuck doesn't the studio album sound like that?
Exactly. And that's kind of where like I ran with it, where I like this dream that I had of a kid being this rapper rock star like came to life.
Mm.
But as I was studying like more like and got more in depth because I didn't grow up on rock, that's not what my family like really played. Like I was referencing back a lot to the media that I consumed as a kid, which heavily was just MTV and Disney XD and such. I realized that this isn't rock music, this is punk rock music in a sense of like that's where it's drawing inspiration
Okay.
for its instrumentals and approach from.
So this is an ambush, unfortunately.
Yeah,
The whole point of this interview, I'm going to talk you into going from punk to new metal, and I need you to hear
yeah,
me out. Now, the album opens straight away with like this debate about like what real punk is and where punk came from and stuff like
yeah,
that. With new metal, you're not going to have that problem. We welcome everybody. You can say
yeah,
whatever you can say it whatever, you can call it whatever you want to call it, do whatever you want to do. You have a home here with us. And I think we need stunt metal. We need stunt metal.
and
ezcodylee.
I want to. Like the plan is to actually make it. I have to be honest as a artist with like my intentionality, and I never want to play it for something that it's not. I would like for music that I'm making moving forward to be more inspired by metal and new metal, especially now knowing you and being able to like, what I mean, be put on to like good stuff to be inspired by.
Let's fucking
But
go. Sorry, go on.
of course, but like I do have to be like at least at heart, like just as the person I am, I need to be like super honest and blunt about like where this music came from because I want the artists after me to feel inspired to
Totally.
make even
And listen,
better music than me.
and I respect the fact that you're really inspired by punk rock, but the song new metal does pop up on a lot of these songs. The song Four
Yeah,
Style, which is the song I play
a
for everybody,
thousand percent.
that is a new
A
metal
thousand
song.
percent new metal. So, because it's all over the place. Like even like Tour and Star are like more pop punk s
Right.
songs.
I wanted to get to
Even like
that.
Nobody is perfect at the end of the project is like like a all emo-ish song and stuff like that. I try to play outside the bounds of like what type of rock I'm taking inspiration from. But honestly, it wasn't up until like 2023, like where I truly learned that like, and this is like going to sound crazy, but just from where I grew up and like what I grew up on, like that rock wasn't like a thing. Like it's a umbrella term, and like that umbrella is almost as big as the earth. Like
Yep.
there's so many
Well,
different
so the
styles.
thing is that like with a lot of the rock genres though, like punk and metal and stuff, those are like boxes. It's like you got to color in the lines, right? But with
Yeah,
new metal is just an ocean. You can bring all kinds of sounds into new metal and it stays new metal because new metal was invented after rap music became a big deal in the early 90s, and the idea
yeah,
behind new metal was looking at rappers and saying, instead of being threatened by rap music, saying, we can do that too. We can also have DJs. We can have rappers in our songs. We can have instrumental breakdowns. That's been the idea moving forward, is the idea of you're making like a new metal template, but you're looking at other genres and saying, we can do that too. And so I've been waiting
yeah,
for an artist to come along that traffics in rage rap, but looks at punk and new metal and goes, I can do that shit. And
And that's what stunt rock is essentially. The
mm-hmm.
reason why I created stunt rock was because the in the similar sense to punk rock, and like what you're telling me with new metal, stunt is based in a mentality, and whatever the song actually sounds like kind of does not matter. It's about like what the song is
The
actually
strength of
preaching.
your intent, right? The
Exactly.
passion.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
what I really enjoy is that it's like your songs, with a lot of your songs, you build this rock chassis, this punk chassis, and then you just drop the rage rap on top of it. You're not like
Yeah.
overthinking it. You're not like, oh, how do I integrate? It's just like, here's some rock guitars, and then poof, there's the motherfucking rage right there on top of it. I think that's genius.
Essentially, I'm being like my favorite artists and bands, like in the most authentic way as I possibly can. Like that's kind of why I think my music breathes the way it does, is because like I sound like Cardi and sound like Turnstile and sound like Haley Williams and sound like Rage Against the Machine out of passion and
Mm-hmm.
not like, you know what I mean, not out of like desperation in a
Well,
sense.
out of passion, not obligation.
Exactly.
You don't feel like, oh, I have to do these things. You're just so excited to do them, right?
Exactly.
And let me just say, for anyone in the chat room right now that hasn't listened to ezcodylee, you might be thinking this guy is all about the rage. No, there are moments on this record that are so tender and so beautiful they will bring you to tears. He has a song called
Thank you.
Tour. He's a song called Tour that hit me the first time I was listening to it, and I was suddenly like, holy shit. I was like, I need to have a crush on someone so bad so I can listen to this. I could put this on a mixtape for them. There's a lyric in here that I think is so brilliant. It's, I met a model in Chicago. We held hands all the way to New York. And let me just say, aw, aw, that's so cute.
Thank you.
I guess knowing, though, that you've been in a really committed and a really, I'm assuming, a really good relationship for 4 years, it's like how you would, it's like you, that's how you tap into these more, these loving emotions and these more beautiful moments on the record.
Yep, this album was made in such an interesting time in my life too, though, because like I was experiencing things as an adult I never experienced before. Like, I guess, like, without saying it too explicitly, like everything in the album came from like a place of like experience and transparency. You know what I mean?
Totally. And it comes through on the record, yeah. You know, you
Thank
sound,
you.
it's like you sound somewhat innocent. Like you're taking all of this in for the first time. Like you just got to the top of the roller coaster and now you're looking around.
Yeah, essentially, and that's why like with the disc one and disc two concept, I wanted this album to like fully kind of feel like what I played into the cover and what I played into the title, where it's like I'm just trying to do what I love, and whatever happens, it happens. If I fall dead on my face and bust my teeth out and embarrass myself in front of everyone, I still did it. Still tried.
Exactly. You still did it. It's like you still did it. And if it goes wrong, because nothing ever really goes wrong when you're performing, as long as you can adapt to it and you don't die. But you did it. And the people that are on the outside that might look at you and say something negative, it's like, well, you didn't do it.
Yeah,
I did it.
exactly.
You didn't. I busted my face, broke my teeth, and I'm living life. How do you think I feel amazing?
Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
the album is the fourth installment of the Stun and Die series, but there's a full name that this is like a new metal exclusive right here. But the full name to like Stun for Life is, we had Stun and Die, then we had Stun to Die, then we had Stun and Die 3. And this one is Stun for Life, Die for Nothing. That was essentially the concept that I wanted to push across, was that if you're not giving your all in this lifetime that you have, then you're essentially going to die for no reason.
So shouldn't it be called stunt or die for nothing?
No, because you will die. The reason why I've never called the phrase or never referred to it as stunt or die is because like the realism in my message and like what I try to portray thematically is because I never want the death part to come off like an option. Not in like a pessimistic
Right,
sense,
right,
but in
right.
like an acceptance sense where it's like we're born, we live, and we die. It's not
Understand
a
the
you're born and then you live
inevitability.
or die.
Understand the inevitability, and then get your ass in the pit.
Exactly.
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 We tag
Because I
team
feel
that.
like that's what's really going to push people to stunt is knowing that the option of dying is not an option. So if I'm asking you to stunt or die, I'm really asking you stunt and die or just
Mm.
die.
Personally, I'm finna stunt. I don't know about you.
Exactly.
I'm finna ball out. All right,
For fucking life. Then we do it forever.
going to the red. So what other like idea? I mean, you really do strike me as somebody that's very excited to be where you are. Um,
Very.
I've heard you say that every label trying to fucking sign you. Have you signed to any of them yet?
No, I'm still independent.
Compelling, compelling. Yeah, ignore all those other labels for now. For now. Okay, well, it's interesting to hear all this. And what's coming up with you soon enough? We got a tour on the horizon.
Yeah, so uh my plan is to tour in the summer where I'm in and I want it to be the best it can possibly be, but I also uh I hold myself from this like perfectionist mindset where like you try more than you do.
Hmm.
I mean, you can almost hear it in what I talk
Right.
about, but like I'm very big on trying to make this happen. So tour will be this year. Hopefully it'll be in the summer. You'll know the actual dates before any anyone publicly will. Uh, but yeah, tour should be in the summer, and then I want to follow tour with this too, which is the second part of um the Stunt 4 installment, which will be Stunt Forever. And conceptually, I want to talk about thematically shit that like I feel transcends like things we experience in life because the album was very based in everything that I was experiencing like here on earth. I want to conceptually kind of go like beyond that with the next album. We'll see how like I actually,
Rage in the
execute
afterlife.
it. You feel me?
Totally, man. You are profound as fuck. Your third eye is
Thank you.
wide open.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If we got any questions for ezcodylee in the chat room, please drop those now, and I will let him know. ezcodylee, I have homework for you. I've got some bands for you to check out.
Please do.
I want you to start with this band called Symposia, Symphosia. They are a brand new band out of Connecticut. They are the best fucking band you will ever hear in your life. And that's the end of the homework. I want you to just start with that. Just promise me you're going to check them out because that shit, so much of what you be saying is so much of what they have said to me. And I think that I think you might click with them quite well.
Yeah, I searched this correctly.
That's it. Add that shit.
Found them.
Beautiful.
New Noise EP.
Yep. Get hip, get
If you're a
into
fan
it.
of Easy Cody Lee, check them out too. We trust new metal, so we all gonna listen to this as
Feel
a
me?
group.
Okay.
Group assignment.
Easy, when are you gonna backflip on stage?
I don't know how to backflip yet. I'm gonna try. I seen a video or trigger warning because it's like a crazy dude. I seen a video of David do it and he busted his ass, and then like a month later, that's when the whole case shit
Yeah,
happened.
a lot of
So
things to not imitate there. So David has killed the backflip stage thing for a minute. We're gonna let that rest.
that is not the only thing he
Yeah. Bad choice of words. Bad choice of words. All capital letters from Unsuppressed. Stunt forever. When?
Stunned forever after tour. I can't say a date. I'm actually so I was like very heavy on the rollout for my last album and documented the whole thing. I'm gonna be honest, this one is just going to drop. Like I'm not going to let anyone know when it's dropping. There's not gonna be any hints at the actual date. Like I'm going to announce it, and that album should be coming out probably that same midnight. Uh, because death is sudden, and you never know when it happens. And I feel like that would be just a really cool way to end off the series is just by very suddenly and like spontaneously, ending it.
Do you know Sedate X?
Sedate produced four style.
Sedate, we're going to be having a conversation very soon. We're gonna have a conversation. He just commented. He's like, "Holiday, can we have a convo sometime?" And I'm going to check if you produce that track. Yeah, we are going to be talking. I fucking, you've
Please
no,
talk to Sedate. Sedate makes great music. Me and Sedate are working on work.
Yeah, you guys gotta lock in because that song goes so fucking crazy, bro. And I can already tell there's gonna be some new metal fans that are like, man, what is this shit, man? This ain't new metal. And I'm gonna tell those guys, I'm gonna be like, that's not up to you anymore. It's up to me. And this is new metal now. You need to get with it or die. I'm gonna say something to you, Robert. While we're winding this down, I'm gonna say something. You're gonna say it back. I'm gonna say to you, new metal will provide, and you must say, new metal will prevail. Here we go. New metal will provide.
New metal will prevail.
You hear that shit? You hear that?
But life.
Stunt metal will provide. Bring this man.
Metal will prevail.
Bring this man. Bring this man his Grammy. Bring this man his Grammy. Well, ezcodylee, it was a fucking pleasure talking to you. And before we go, I just wanted to say, man, like from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to just say how much it means to me that there are artists like you out there that are in it for the integrity, that are in it for the pure, unfiltered love of music, of what guitars and drums and bass can do to people, and people like you specifically, though, that have a conscience on you, have a sense of ethics, have a moral code. It really is the kind of thing that gets me out of bed every morning, because I wake up every day and I hope to discover someone else like you out there. So for you to not only to make this music, but to take the time to come and speak to me about it, I'm so honored to have you here right now. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. I appreciate you for giving me the platform. I mean, you understand, like in the rock world, in a general sense, it's like the tables have turned so harshly where like being a black artist in this space, you have to do so much to prove yourself. You know what I
Not
mean?
new
Like,
metal. Not new metal. We are an open door. For
I
you
love to hear
specifically,
it.
the red carpet has been rolled out, ezcodylee. You come right in. If these
I
punk
appreciate
rock motherfuckers are giving you shit about it, like Bad Brains didn't exist, if these punk rock motherfuckers giving you shit about it, just know, new metal, doors wide open. You come right on in. You understand?
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So
feel me?
that's why I love like the fact that you have shown love and promoted me and have sat down with me and gave me as much spotlight and love and attention as you have. Um, because it's my first time kind of seeing it from this side of the scene, like to the extent that you've done it. So it means a lot to me.
And hey man, don't even thank me yet, because there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to come. I live to platform artists such as yourself, and this will continue free of charge. Free of charge. You'd be shocked. I get asked every day. People are like, hey man, how much for a post? And I'm like, if your music sucks, I'm not posting that shit. You can offer me all the money in the world. But when it comes to ezcodylee, free 99, baby. It's a free 99,
Much
all right?
love, much appreciation. What area do you stay in?
DTLA.
I live in LA too. You'll be there for the tour.
Slide.
I got you.
No, for real. Next time you got a show anywhere around here, let me know. I'm in that bitch.
I got you.
I'm doing
I got
flips
you.
off this. I'm stage diving. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Much love.
We will catch up real soon, but that'll be it from us. If you want to tell the people real quick how they can find you, how they can tap in, let them know.
Easy Cody Lee. Easy, two letters. Easy Cody Lee. That's my actual name too, because we do it for real.
All right. That was ezcodylee for the New Metal Agenda. Peace, brother. We will be catching up soon enough. Love. Have a great rest of your day.
Yes, sir. You too. Much love.
See ya. God damn, man. I feel like every day we're getting closer to my dream of only posting new bands and new artists. I feel like we're almost there. What I need is enough budget to stage some of the crazy ass moments all over again. Like ezcodylee should be on this stream blowing up a boat and then performing one of his songs. Like, we need to bring back the crazy ass moments. Anyway, in the meantime, that was me and that was ezcodylee. Go check out his music. It is fire. I can't wait to listen to more of it and more to come. Peace. Keep supporting new metal. Have a great day. Great night. Great evening. There's a lot of time zones out there. Have a great rest of whatever. See ya.